Happy Thursday, everybody. Ashland KY Chiropractor Dr. Dillon here with your weekly video health tip. Well, I've got kind of an odd one and a longer video health tip this week than normal. This was requested by a friend and patient of mine, and her question was, is AdvoCare healthy? Well, this is kind of a lengthy answer, so stay with me. Not trying to offend anyone out there that uses AdvoCare. These are just the facts, okay? So I'll start out with what AdvoCare is in case people don't know about it. AdvoCare is a brand of nutritional supplements with some emphasis on diet plan. It's sold via multi-level marketing sales through people that sign up to be distributors of the product. With so many people selling these supplements, you've probably seen or at least heard of someone you know taking these / selling these products. Now, with this video, I am reposting an article along with the video written by wellness blogger Lindsay Bentley. Now, she is not a doctor, she is not a dietitian or a nutrition expert, nor does she claim to be. But the article, and the article's title is AdvoCare Healthy, was simple, well written, and flat out correct. Her article says what I think and say to patients on a daily basis around here, but I've never really said this in public because I try to keep my public life and my work life as separate as possible. So here's my expert follow-up article to support her thoughts and to share my own opinion about AdvoCare. First, what makes me an expert to say anything about this? Well, I'm a doctor of chiropractic who has been practicing for over 16 years. I have a strong emphasis on nutritional science and healthy eating, and I also have a bachelor's degree in biology with a minor in chemistry. So those are my qualifications to say something about this, and the fact that I've actually researched it. So here's the question, is AdvoCare healthy? Well, the short answer is no. Well, if my answer is no, then why is it no? Well, problem number one is the artificial flavors in AdvoCare. Artificial flavors are basically chemical compounds that are not extracted from food. They're created to resemble the taste of food. Now, it's much cheaper to use these artificial flavors most of the time, and there isn't really much testing, if any at all, that's done to verify the safety of artificial flavoring, and we don't even really know if it's safe for human consumption. Instead, there's a principle called threshold of toxicological concern that is used to add these chemicals to your food. Basically, that says, oh, you can take so much of this without worrying about getting sick. Poison's poison. Number two, ACE-K. ACE-K, also known as Cinet or the sweet one, is an old school artificial sweetener that's been around since the 60s. This chemical helps with the palatability of foods and is almost always mixed with another sweetener so that each of those chemicals masks the other one's bad taste in whatever product they're in. Now, in AdvoCare, it's mixed with sucralose, aka Splenda. Long-term investigation of ACE-K has led to altered neurometabolic functions, which brought people to the conclusion that long-term ingestion of the sweetener impairs cognitive function. Now, with all FDA-approved items, there's also a clause in there called the Dillon clause that forces the FDA to remove a product if that product is shown to cause cancer in humans or in animals. But it does not apply to individual pieces of that product. That's where ACE-K comes in. It's an individual piece. So this rule allows them to leave ACE-K in the product, even though we know it is made up of known carcinogens. Okay, number three, sucralose. Sucralose, as I said, also known as Splenda, is one of the newest artificial sweeteners to hit the market. It was approved by the United States sometime in the 90s. I can't remember what year it was. Now, recently, sucralose has gotten some media attention because of a soon-to-be-published Italian study showing that sucralose causes leukemia. okay? And we know it goes through breast milk to fetuses, and it can cause leukemia in things before birth, all right? They just downgraded sucralose from safe to caution on their list of chemical additives, and it's mainly because of that study. Now, in general, I believe artificial sweeteners aren't safe because they aren't tested under strict enough standards, and they aren't studied enough, especially for long-term side effects. I would avoid them all and just stick to sugar, honey, pure maple syrup, etc. Okay, not to mention in my practice alone, my patients who ingest chemical additives like artificial sweeteners and colors and flavors have had numerous complaints of things like headaches, fatigue, nausea, behavior changes, mood changes, cognitive lapses, and so on. And when we talk cognitive lapses, look at the increase of Alzheimer's patients lately. Now, the question is, what if they just took these things out of AdvoCare or the other products they're in? Would they be healthy then? Well, maybe if they're prescribed appropriately by a professional. Now, even when you remove these three things from AdvoCare and make the product more whole food based and overall, quote, healthier, there's still a major problem. All right. Nutritional supplements are drugs, no matter what you think about them. They absolutely are drugs, okay? They may not be regulated like drugs quite yet in our country, but when you put a synthetically or lab-created substance in your body, whether it's medicine, hormones, or even just vitamin C, that is a drug and should be treated like one. So you can guess my problem with AdvoCare and really any other multi-level marketing scheme that deals with drugs, and my problem is they let anyone sell them. I have a lot of friends, those that I trust, laugh with, have a good time with, that I respect, that do currently sell AdvoCare. Are any of them dietitians? No. Some may be personal trainers. Some may be stay-at-home moms and dads, or hairdressers, or pilots, whatever they may be. The fact that non-nutrition experts can sell and recommend drugs to you is a problem, okay? Now, I still love my friends that sell these things, and I just try not to mix business and pleasure too much. So don't hold it against someone who sells these products. They truly just don't have the expertise to know the questions to ask to make an informed, critical decision when they're being presented with these products. Okay? So I don't mean to offend anyone. I'm just saying I'm not the person to ask about hair color or financial investments. So maybe we should all just stick to our own level of expertise or area of expertise, or scope of practice, I guess I should say. Now, side note on this. I just told you I had a problem with non-nutrition people talking about this. So why do educated or famous people or world-renowned experts or doctors in the so-called health field sell this stuff then too? Well, the short answer is very short. Money. Sorry, but it's true. And well, I guess I should say money, or they just don't know about these concerning issues. Okay? Those of us that have chosen to be in healthcare get into the field mostly because we love the science, we love health and helping people. When we finally look up from our books and enter our bank accounts, we realize that when up against insurance companies that pay us insultingly, basically, for our time and hours upon hours of time spent away from our families just to make a buck, a lot of us panic, okay? We get desperate. And we are suckers for the salesmen and women that paint a picture of a thriving practice, extra income, flexible hours, and a wealthy life that their product, be it AdvoCare, Isogenics, USANA, Arbonne, New Skin, Herbalife, whatever it may be, can provide for us. Now, this panicked state can make even the smartest professional overlook the science, overlook the studies, and move towards a, quote, well, it's not really proven unsafe approach to paying their bills. Okay? Don't fault these people for it. They are just trying to be successful and provide for their families just like you and I are. Now, as a doctor, I have access to pharmaceutical grade, food-based, whole food, and or synthetically derived nutritional supplements. I don't put a lot of nutritional supplements in my patients, but there are some outstanding labs all around the world that design and create high-quality nutritional supplements for lots of reasons. All right? I just had to find the right companies that sold the right products. For me, that means the highest quality and the most testing whole food-based or whole food period products in the least amount of pills or dosages possible that people will take. Okay? And I found some great ones. And I get to pick any lab, any product, anywhere. No one makes me choose or provide anything. I get to pick and choose whichever I believe is the best product for my patients, which provides the public with a non-biased expert approach for recommending what you need, or in effect, sometimes what you don't need. Not everyone always needs the same thing. So let's recap on all of this. Here are the basics. My answer is no. AdvoCare is absolutely not healthy because of artificial flavors, ACE-K, which is a sulfamine potassium, and even sucralose. Even if they reformulated the products, it's not a good idea to buy nutritional supplements, quote, drugs, from someone who is not a professional. Can you lose weight with AdvoCare? Absolutely. You can also lose weight with any other diet that has ever been on the market. Trust me, someone has, and someone's written a testimonial for whatever that diet product is. That doesn't mean that any of these diet programs are healthy. Believe you me, there are bodybuilders, athletes, fitness models, and even doctors that die every day from cancer, heart disease, and a host of other issues caused by ingredients they have put into their body over a period of time. Those that do sell these products have just chosen to take a, well, it's not proven unsafe approach to health, which may or may not hurt you, okay? Everyone is different, but everyone should also have the full story in order to make an educated decision on what we put into our bodies as individuals. If you're watching me over on Facebook, hit the like button for me. If you're over at my YouTube channel, please subscribe. If you're over at my web address, DillonChiropractic.com, wait for the email prompt, enter your name and address. That way we can send you a weekly video health tip once a week. We'll never ever spam you, and there's always an unsubscribe link at the bottom of the page. If you have any questions at all about this video or the subsequent article that I will attach to it so you can read it, feel free to give me a call, 606-929-9667. And I will be more than happy to take some time and discuss this with you. Now, please, if you sell AdvoCare, don't call and gripe at me saying you sell AdvoCare and it's great and you lost 50 pounds on it. Good for you. I'm just giving you the facts. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. So, once again, I'm Ashland KY Chiropractor Dr. Gary Dillon, and I look forward to next week when I can bring you another video health tip to help you and your family be as healthy as you can be.